Oh shit! I ain't know LeBron James played tennis. Motherfucker caught the cramp and everything. Anyway, Ichiro's next opponent, Iwasa, or whatever his name, Iwasa, he's drawing pictures on his ass. So really, he's not playing tennis. So now he's one of the higher ranking players. So they really give him a good, overview of a lot of different players and their different styles, and not only their styles but their motivations. This guy was not allowed to play. To draw, and the mom says something about we didn't want him to suffer the hardship. I'm thinking this is something like that episode of South Park when Randy used to be in a boy band and Stan wanted to join one. And he said he didn't want him to get involved because some bullshit happened with him when he was in the boy band. And they said they had one hit or something like that. And shit went to hell. So he didn't want his son to go through the same thing. I don't know exactly what it is. They never explained it. I wish they would have, because now I keep wondering. I wonder what the fuck happened with his parents that made them say that or do that. So he spends his time playing tennis as a way as a means of creative expression. He wasn't really worried about winning as much. He said, but he doesn't want his opponent to win because if he doesn't drag it out at least a little bit, he won't be able to finish what he's doing. When he starts his creative process, he won't be able to finish. So he wants them to drag it a little bit, but he doesn't want to drag it too much because he don't want to lose. So I think winning is part of the strategy, but it's not the main part. The main part of the strategy is, did I finish doing what I set out to do? If I did, cool. Anyway, Ichiro, he decides to start pushing because he's like, damn, this motherfucker's too good. He said, but being that I know he doesn't want to end the volley until he finished what he's doing, and he really doesn't care once he gets done, he said, I'll start pushing. Hold the ball, waiting for the clock to run out, dunking it down like a little bitch. So that's what Ichiro was doing, dunking it down like a little bitch. Finally gets up to 5 games. I think it was 5 games to 1. And then Iwasa, he starts just dominating. He says, "No, what? I can't let him win." He said, "I can't let him get it that easy." Anyway, Ichiro's he basically was a defensive man, but now he's playing his opponent after getting crushed a few games, and Iwasa almost tying it up. Did he tie it up? I don't think he tied it up. I think he was close to tying it up. He says, I got to start playing my opponent. If he likes to attack, I force him to defend himself. If he's a cautious man, I draw him into dangerous waters. So basically, he's just been playing him defense, waiting for him to make a mistake, or, his mistake was letting him score points once he gets finished with his little creative process. But then he says, what I need to do is start drawing him into dangerous waters. Well, I mean, not drawing him into dangerous water, forcing him to defend himself. So he starts going on the attack sometimes. When he sees his opening, he goes on the attack, which actually worked. Anyway, H-Rose he wins, and his next opponent is a grown-ass man. He's playing a Gam next, Araya. This dude's a Gam, a grown-ass man. He looks, the kid's like 16, looks like he's 30. He's a lot shorter than I thought. But to be honest, Takuma is just taller. So really, he's shorter than, I think he's shorter than me, but he's not, Takuma's a little bit taller than me. What's Takuma, like 6'2"? This Araya guy's like 5'10", something like that. So he's really not too short. And to be honest, for a Japanese guy, he's really not short at all. But anyway, he uses speed and power. That's his thing. He says, I'm taking it to a motherfucker every shot. Every shot. Like I went to play table tennis, right? Ping pong. And I went to this ping pong club, and I didn't know that they played at that level. And every time they hit my paddle, it felt like it went through the motherfucker. Every time I hit the ball, it felt like it was hitting it would go all the way through the rubber, through the sponge, through the damn wood. All you hear is cluck. bow. It feels like it's going through your damn paddle. And that's probably what it feels like with his racket. It's probably rattling his hand, and it feels like he's going through the fucking string. So that's how he plays. Anyway, Takuma and Ichiro, they're in cahoots in order to beat Araya. Now, what's his name? Ichiro, he needed some advice on how to beat him. He says, "What's this guy's weaknesses?" Because he started, the coach was talking to what was it, Natsu and a couple other people about how they should be playing. He says instead of trying to outright play your opponent his way, he said you find out their weaknesses and you use that, exploit the motherfucker. Anyway, he wants to exploit Araya, so he asked Takuma. He says, being that you beat him every game you played, he said, what's his weaknesses? Takuma tells him, he said, I'd rather just play you anyway. I'm thinking that he feels like, let me go ahead and test this motherfucker Araya. Let him get beat by get him out the game, and then I just play Ichiro, who I know I'm just going to destroy anyway, and just end it like that. I don't know exactly what his motivations are, but it seems that's what it is. But anyway, he gave him some cheat sheets, and Ichiro was putting them to work. Now, it worked the first game, but after that, Araya took over basically due to skill. They said he would switch gears and finally starts, playing his way, which he did. But Ichiro is slowly starting to learn and quicken his reaction times and things of that nature in order to be able to come back. Anyway, they ended where the game isn't over, but Ichiro is finally starting to be able to counter Araya. Now, this is how I want everything to play out. Game, like I explained before, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. I like how they show different aspects of different players. Like one player didn't even care about fucking winning. One dude didn't have the stamina. This guy, Araya, seems to have plenty fucking stamina. But he's also one of the players that gets frustrated. Sometimes you get people like that. They're showing all different kinds, that type of thing. But he also made a deal with Takuma. He says, if I lose to you, I won't go pro. That's some crazy shit. Like, you betting your whole life on one game and you've already lost every time. But I'm rooting for Araya. I want him to win because I don't want him to give up on his goal. Not only that, Takuma is going pro. They also explained the difference between somebody who's going pro and somebody who's not. Somebody who's going pro is putting their life into this shit. They dead serious about it. It's not a game to them. That's why he said it won't be fun playing against Araya. He said Araya's gonna make you play like with your fucking heart, with your life on the fucking line. He said he's gonna force you to fucking react. So that's it seems like they setting it up for Ichiro to try to go pro, but it wasn't just being able to use your skill. It was all use strategy. Araya's skills was just too much. So even though Ichiro knew what he was doing, it was hard for him to counter. But anyway, I want Araya to win because if Takuma loses or win, it will not change what Takuma's going to do. Takuma's going to go pro, point blank, period. Ichiro, this is his second tournament. This is his third tournament. He's still fresh. He's only been playing for about a year. He don't need all that. Of course, it was fun watching Ichiro win, but if he wins this, Araya's done. Ichiro's still in there. So it's going to be worse if Araya loses. So I don't really want him to lose. I really don't. I want him to be able to beat Ichiro, even if it's by the skin of his teeth, and I want him to be able to beat Takuma. I think the series will be more interesting because Araya seems to be Takuma's rival. So I would want to see him make it. Not only that, Takuma has a rival. I don't want Takuma not to be able to face his rival, the guy that destroyed him. And what's his name? Ichiro is showing people how you can face people that are stronger than you. So Araya might see Ichiro and say, damn, he came close to beating me. That's how I need to beat Takuma. Takuma's better than me, so I need to find out his weaknesses, exploit them, and use everything to my advantage and study his motherfucking ass so I can beat him. And then Takuma needs to do the same when they both go pro, hopefully, so he can face off against his arch rival. But let me go ahead and see these comments and see what's going on with you guys and finish this off real quick. And I know what y'all saying. Damn, Mean up early in the morning, putting that work in. Okay, Mean with the mustache. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I had to do it. Society ain't gonna let me do any fucking thing else, so it is what it is. I went to the barber. I told him, I said, yo, I said, the motherfucking dominant society got me. He said, what you mean? I said, man, cut my shit. He said, what you talking? Now, I understand, to be honest, the beard that I had, it's cool having a beard, but I didn't maintain it. I will say that. I did look scruffy, but other than that, I should have been fine. My hair was fine. Everything else was fine. When I went to job interviews, I didn't have it like that. Even if I had a beard, which a lot of times I did, shape it up and, shit like that. But yeah, pretty much that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I hope Araya wins because everything will work out better that way. Go ahead, leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that. That Lebron cramp was funny as hell. LeBron James. This episode is like an episode of South Park. Randy said, I don't want my son to be in the boy band because it might hurt him. All right, peace. Shit, where my thing at? Boom.